the man himself, Mr. Trump. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, Boris. Look at Boris. He's becoming a big star.
I appreciate it. It's a very busy day on the trail. I've gotten a chance to travel with you a few times. Your stamina and the energy you have for this process for the American people is just unparalleled.
Well, I really have no choice, right? I can either do it. We have a huge crowd of people waiting outside. We just left 15,000 people in another one, and then we have a third one in about 2 hours, and we're in Ohio, and we're having a great time, and I think we're really making, we call it a movement, and
Yes.
it is Make America Great Again, and we've had a great time.
The polls are coming out. They're coming out all the time.
Yeah.
Just got a new poll out of Florida, Dixie poll, up 3 points in Florida.
Okay.
We're up 4 points in Ohio.
Good.
So how are you feeling out there on the trail?
I feel amazed. I mean, it's just incredible to see the love, and everybody wants to see good things happen. You know, America first.
Right.
We don't do that. We haven't done that. But people want to see good things happen, Boris, and for our country. The spirit, you see the spirit in the rooms. You've been with me.
Unbelievable.
You've seen the people are just, they're going crazy with their love for this country. And we're going to turn it around. It's not going to take long. It's common sense. Much of it's common sense. You see the way they're wasting money. Look at this Obamacare. It's going to be repealed and replaced. We're going to have health care that's much better and much, much cheaper. And it's all going to be so easy. It's going to happen. It's going to happen quickly.
We just got some new information. A story came out. The State Department, under Hillary Clinton, had a no-bid contract where they spent $5.4 million of taxpayer money on crystal stemware.
Well, there's another report that they lost $6 billion while she was Secretary of State. So that's
Where did it all go?
Oh, I don't know. She's a disaster. Look, to be president, I think we've had enough of all of this stuff with the Clintons, and to have 4 more years of Obama, which means high taxes, which means ISIS all over the place, which means regulations, which means a depleted military where we're really vulnerable. I mean, we are really vulnerable. You look at what Russia is doing to us with nuclear warheads. They have so many. We gave them the right to do it. They don't believe, I mean, from what everybody tells me, they don't believe that they had to give nothing up and they got the right to do all of this stuff. So, I mean, we are run so foolishly, so stupidly, and we'll turn it around.
And Hillary Clinton not only failed, but of course the WikiLeaks, the email scandal, all the time she said she didn't remember. She's obviously lying to the American people, to the Congress. She lied to the FBI. She not only failed, but she's also disqualified from being president, right?
Well, we have a great general, as you know, General Cartwright, who is now going to go to jail perhaps for 5 years for doing nothing by comparison to what she did. He lied to the FBI one time. I think it was for national security purposes, or that's what he's telling people. He lied one time, and she lied, could it be hundreds of times? Including the 39 times that she didn't remember. She didn't remember the most basic things, because if she did, she'd be in jail. So she didn't remember anything. So each one of those, 39 times, each one of those was a lie. And she gets off free. And yet we're going to send a current four-star general to jail over something that he did, which was nothing by comparison.
And, before we wrap up, some more information today. That Cheryl Mills, her top aide, sent an email saying, don't use my state.gov email, use my Gmail. So obviously, the system of corruption just permeated the whole group, right?
Well, that means that she knew all about it. They can't say naivete.
Right.
That means they knew about it, as we all knew they did. That means they were trying to skirt the system. And that means, frankly, that the FBI, who so many people cannot believe what's happening with the FBI. It's, to me, so sad. Maybe it's the saddest thing of everything. That means the FBI should reopen the investigation and do it properly.
Absolutely. Last thing to the voters, your supporters, also independents and Democrats. We have 12 days to go. What's your message for people to get out to vote?
Well, when I did this, it was all about make America great again, because we're falling so far behind. We are $20 trillion. You know, when you look at all of the problems, we have taxes are too high, regulations are crazy, our military is depleted. All of this is going to be turned. We have to save our Second Amendment because it's under siege from Hillary and her friends. So all of this is going to be taken care of. We have massive reductions in taxes. We're going from the highest tax nation anywhere in the world to a tax really that's on the lower side. I'd like to say it's the lowest, but it's getting there. We are getting rid of all of the unnecessary, regulations. Very importantly, Second Amendment judges. We can't forget Supreme Court justices, because that's going to be such a vital thing. but we're going to build up our military. We're going to take care of our veterans. We have to take care of our veterans. We're going to have strong borders, so important. And very important, one of the reasons I really got involved in this trade, we are losing so much money and we're losing our jobs. People are moving, companies are moving to Mexico, we're losing our jobs. We're going to end up with phenomenal trade deals instead of these crazy deals that we have right now, like NAFTA, which is a disaster. By the way, not for Mexico, but for us, it's a disaster. So we're going to end up with fabulous trade deals negotiated by the greatest negotiators in the world, which we have in this country.
Thank you so much, Mr. Trump.
Thank you.
To the folks out there, get out and vote for Mr. Trump November 8th. It's the big day.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Trump.